What is good, Ninja? OG over here from PlayerEssence, and welcome to the PE Nintendo Switch and Gaming News video. Today, we have some awesome information on Super Mario launch day, and yes, I played last night for about 2 hours. Make sure you check out my first 2 hours of gameplay if you want to. If not, that's cool. Go out there, have a lot of fun. Super Mario Odyssey is amazing. You guys all know that. And yes, I just wanted to make sure that I let that out, that Super Mario Odyssey is amazing. Absolutely love it. And there's a day one update as well, so make sure you download that before you start playing. But anyway, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the news. So, Townsman, a strategy build-em-up game, has been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Handy Games are the ones who are putting out this game, and they've said that what? The build-up strategy game Townsman is coming to Nintendo Switch? Yes, it comes true in 2018. Check out this very first preview, which you guys are doing so here, which they show the game running in portable mode. Now, I have no clue what Townsman is. Thankfully, I was able to go over to the Steam page and find out about this game. It's $11.99 on Steam, and it does have some mixed reviews, and it launched on November 30th, 2016. So the game isn't too old at this point. So, about the game, develop your tiny village to a grand medieval empire with a thriving economy and happy villagers. Find spots for mining ore, harvest the crops of your farms, and collect coins as taxes from your folk. Build jousting fields, taverns, marketplaces, and beautify your city with impressive statues, magnificent monuments, and lush gardens. But there are also dangers lurking close by. Bandits are in the area looking to plunder and pillage your peaceful town. Build barracks, guard towers, and recruit brave soldiers to protect your citizens from harm. You rule the whole empire from your castle and make sure your inhabitants have fun and stay happy. Here are the features of the game: city building gameplay set in medieval times, cute inhabitants with their own daily routines, complex economy sim and deep production chains, dozens of different town and production buildings, optional military features with soldiers and bandits, diverse scenarios and challenging tasks, unrestricted sandbox gameplay mode. So awesome stuff there. Townsman looks like one of those classic, simulators out there. I know there was like My Life and Final Fantasy or whatever that came to the WiiWare back in the day, and there's been tons of other games that are kind of like this, Sim City, things like that. So this type of game is definitely welcome on the Nintendo Switch. I would like to see these more type of strategy games played in portable mode, can really fit the system well, and I'm happy this is coming. Now, this isn't necessarily my cup of tea, although I did play SimCity and games like this growing up as a child. I did play a lot of games like this and I thought they were cool, like on PC and everything. It's not really my style at this point, but I still like it. I still think it's cool that it's coming to Nintendo Switch, and I know a lot of other people like this style of game. So what do you guys think about Townsman coming to Nintendo Switch? Is this something that you're interested in? You looking at me picking this up in 2018? Let me know in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the next article here. Koei Tecmo has published their IR presentation slide for Q2 for the fiscal year ending in 2017, ending in March 2018. So yeah, there's a lot of great information to go over. And shout outs to Black Kite via Twitter for the information here. So he says, despite the lower sales, Koei Tecmo was able to set a new record high on ordinary and net profit in Q2 as of fiscal year 2017. Knights of Azure 2 sold a combined total of 80,000 copies in Japan. Strangely enough, Koei Tecmo don't have figures for Fire Emblem Warriors yet, which is interesting because Knights of Azure 2 came out after. Actually, well, it came out first in Japan, I think. Knights of Azure 2 came out first in Japan. Either way, whatever the case is, they got Knights of Azure 2 figures, but they don't have Fire Emblem Warriors, but I'm guessing that's because they're handling that through Nintendo. But either way, 80,000 copies so far in Japan. Not too bad for that style of game. Now, Koei Tecmo's profits for Q2 fiscal year 2017 in the first row greatly exceeded their own forecast made on April 27th. So the second in a row, and obviously better than last year. And that's maybe why Koei Tecmo announced Dynasty Warriors 9's final release date in Japan, so they could reveal it to investors in the meeting that they had. Koei Tecmo's new brand, Midas, is making mobile games, and 2 of their first projects have codenames F and Puck. And yeah, so that's basically that. And Koei Tecmo, this is probably the biggest news, but they're also planning further platform expansions to the Nintendo Switch with tons of Warriors titles and more, and Steam with Neo Complete Edition and more as well. And that's what I want to talk about. Koei Tecmo has probably been Nintendo's #1 third-party developer when it comes to Japan. Fire Emblem Warriors, Knights of Azure. They also have all of those Dynasty Warriors games that are coming out this year. They have Attack on Titan 2 next year. Pretty much their whole lineup almost, like with the exception of Dynasty Warriors 9, the newest one. Pretty much everything else is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and their future games are coming to Nintendo Switch as well. I would love to see Neo come to Nintendo Switch because they said that they're planning tons of Warriors titles and more. So if Neo could come to the Switch as well, that would be really cool. Although I've been playing Knights of Azure 2, and I'm hoping that they release some type of patch for that game, because the frame rate in handheld mode just seems unoptimized at times, and it can definitely run a little bit better. I don't think there's any reason why the game couldn't be 720p 60 frames per second either, considering that they did work on Fire Emblem Warriors. So I definitely don't fault the hustle when it comes to Koei Tecmo. They're doing a good job. They're working as hard as they can. They're bringing out games to the Switch. They're not asking us to port beg. They're just saying, hey, we see the market with the Switch, we're bringing out our games there. And I actually respect that about them, even with Knights of Azure 2, but you can clearly tell that they're like, hey, let's just get this thing out. So hopefully they can do some stuff to fix that one up, but it is their first foray with that type of game into the Nintendo platform, so I'm hoping going forward in the future we don't see some of those issues. And obviously they did a great job with Fire Emblem Warriors. I think they're also bringing over One Piece as well, although that's Bandai Namco. I think Koei Tecmo's W-Force, or whatever the case is, they're going to be working on that game. So it's insane how much support Koei Tecmo is bringing, but that's exactly what you need to do if you want to get your foot into the door when it comes to a brand new market. And I think it's paying off dividends. 80,000 copies sold as far as Knights of Azure 2 in Japan alone. You also have Fire Emblem Warriors, which is probably done better than that. And then you also have other games coming as well that a lot of Nintendo fans are probably going to pick up, or Nintendo fans in general are going to pick up and be able to play on the go and also on the TV. So shout outs to Koei Tecmo. Good job there. They're doing a great job with their financials. So what do you guys think about Koei Tecmo's support for the Nintendo Switch and them expanding more into what other games would you like to see that they haven't announced at this point? Because they pretty much announced everything's coming to the Nintendo Switch. But Neo for me would be the big one that I would love to see come to the Nintendo Switch if they can. We'll see what goes forward in the future. They're bringing Neo complete to the PC. If that came over to Nintendo Switch in 2018, that would be dope, along with Attack on Titan 2. That's a nice 1-2 punch that we could have on the Switch in 2018 so far. So let me know you guys' thoughts in the comment section below. Alright, and moving on to the last article here. Super Mario Odyssey has become the best rated game of all time. Kind of. It's just depending on who you listen to here. So shout out to Nintendo Life for the article. So Super Mario Odyssey received universal acclaim when its review embargo dropped yesterday, with many outlets across the world giving it top marks. Nintendo Life also gave it a 10 out of 10. That all added up to a mighty overall score of 98.92% at the time that I'm talking about this and that this article was written, on the long-standing game review score aggregator Game Rankings, putting it in first place ahead of Super Mario Galaxy, The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and Super Mario Galaxy 2. Of course, Metacritic does have a slightly different formula for calculating their meta scores, along with different outlets which are tracked, so the picture is a little bit different there, with Super Mario Odyssey in 7th place. Its Metascore is 97, actually ties it with Super Mario Galaxy 1 and 2. Now, what do you guys think about these scores so far and all of that? Game Rankings, just to talk about that a little bit, Game Rankings is a site that I went to before I actually started going on Metacritic. It's just really poorly designed, but Game Rankings is a good site to kind of put together everything. And then Metacritic was introduced, and that's kind of what everyone uses is Metacritic, and I don't know why everyone uses Metacritic. I don't like it at all. I know it's a huge site that does multiple different things, from like different reviews, like movies, and all sorts of stuff, but I've never liked Metacritic at all. And then I've also got to know OpenCritic, which is actually gamer focused, and I really like that, and they have that at 98, and it's a mighty score. So the game is reviewing well. Obviously it is one of the best rated games of all time, and it's actually one of the best games of all time. Based on my 2 hours of gameplay, I can clearly tell you that this is easily one of the best 3D platformers I've ever played. There's already challenge in there, it's fun, there's just varied environments, it runs at such a good frame rate. It's an amazing game, and if you look at Game Rankings, the top 5 rated games of all time are actually all Nintendo games on Game Rankings. It's crazy. At number 5 is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild with a 97.28. At number 4 is Super Mario Galaxy 2 with a 97.35. At number 3 is The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time with a 97.54. At number 2 is Super Mario Galaxy with a 97.64. And at number 1 is Super Mario Odyssey with a 98.92 with 30 reviews on there, man. So it's crazy. It's fun. I really love Super Mario Odyssey, and obviously many of you guys are going to play it. This could end up being the best-selling Mario game of all time. I mean, who knows at this point, but not the older school Marios that came with Nintendo. I mean, the best-selling 3D Mario game of all time. I should probably say that. Best-selling 3D Mario game of all time at some point. Who knows? Just depends on how much the Switch sells, really, and how much Nintendo pushes it. They have that bundle there as well, too. So I think that's going to help out with sales and digital, of course. So what do you guys think about Super Mario Odyssey on the Nintendo Switch? You enjoyed it? What do you guys think about these rankings here and all that? Give me your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We've got Facebook. We've got Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps us spread the content of PlayerEssence across the interwebs in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon page. Pledge any tier. Be entered to win some awesome prizes each month. In addition to that, we have Discord voice chat and prize eShop tournaments. Also, make sure you check out our brand new YouTube live gaming page and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence. When you do so, it works very much like Twitch, so we can earn custom themed emotes for the chat and a cool badge by your name. It also gets you entered into my friends list to participate in tournaments. So check out the link in the description below and consider sponsoring PlayerEssence right here on YouTube Gaming Live. Also, make sure you hit that like button if you did like this video. Lets me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for the latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.